Alright, it's the next day. I've got 4 charge packs, 1 drone, 1 set of goggles, 1 brain and a controller. And what we're going to do is see if I can still fly FPV after 2 years doing nothing. I've done nothing for 2 years. I'm still an idiot. Welcome to the channel, Will It Mod. Will it mod? Will it mod? Okay, here we go. Got the drone. There's where I've sliced the cable. You can see I've really sliced that good and proper. What I'd also like to do is potentially reroute this, because I think it'd be better to have the cables coming up out of here rather than out the side. Just get them away from the props a bit more. So first things first, I'm going to cut away what's left of the cable. If I push that in, can I hook it up through there? There we are. So there's our 2 wires. How to make a mess with Johnny from Will It Mod. Right. This should go a lot more better. We'll do the same with the negative. It doesn't look amazing. Oh, but it's hot and it's on there. Stick that over there, try and get that as far down as I can, and then what I could do is put another bit of heat shrink over the top. Can we do it that way? Do you reckon that'll look okay? Goodness, that's almost professional looking. Right, next thing, batteries are charged. I'll turn that off. Batteries are charged, so I think we're gonna don the goggles, get ready and take it for a blast. Oh, I really should tidy up. Highly exciting stuff. That can go straight in the bin. Let's put that somewhere. The drawer of stuff. Those can go in there. Look, see, tidying up. Snips, tidied. Poker device, tidied. That can go there. Tidy. Done. Well, it's up the top of the garden. I'll admit I haven't been up here in a long time. There's a lot of stuff that needs doing. There's all this area needs sorting out. There's solar panels everywhere. There's a tent that I forgot about. But it's okay, it's all work in progress. There is, however, a lovely view over that way. You can see the church in the distance and this big field behind me. Just through there. So that's where we're going to fly. First things first, controller. Charged the battery up on that last night, so that should be good.
Warning. Switch warning.
Switch warning.
Acro mode.
There we go.
Mode on.
Let's turn the goggles on.
Descent off. Flight mode 1.
On, aerials up. And the drone. I've rerouted that wire, as you can see, so that comes out the top now. It's actually a lot better this way. I don't know why I didn't do it this way in the first place. Let's get him plumbed in. Got a little loop sticking out the front now. That's fine. I'm going to stick the drone probably over here somewhere. Let's stick him there. Right. Let's rearm and armed. Are we recording? I don't think we are. Let's hit record. Now we're recording. Okay, let's see what happens. Here we go. Don't know if you can see my controller here, but I don't think it really matters. We'll probably crash anyway. And you're on board. Right, 3, oh god, 2, 1, here we go. Okay. So this is slightly familiar. it's quiet. I'm not going to go for any records. My heart is absolutely pounding. We're just going to go for a light kind of fly around to get in on it. Okay. This is a little bit terrifying, but I haven't forgotten the basics, which is fine. There are some power lines there that I want to be careful of. Let's see where they go. The power lines there, I think they're going to the ground. Yeah, they do. Let's go over here. Signal's still pretty good. And hover around. Right, battery, 3.9 volts. That's looking good. I'm not going to do any low-level flying because I just want to see if I can get in on this. Okay, my head's turning. I don't know if you can see that in the vid. My head is definitely turning. Alright. Sorry I'm not saying much. This is probably very boring. But not really much I can say because I'm concentrating so much. Right, what have we got over here? We've got some lumps and bumps. Over the top field here. So the funny thing is, it doesn't feel sort of unfamiliar. It feels, I remember how to fly certain things, but just my confidence isn't there. And what I'm finding is, what am I finding? I'm finding it all very. I'm nervous. I think whereas before I would have carried off speed and gone for crazy tricks and running the ground and stuff. But I feel right now is it's just more nervous. I think that's how the best way to describe it. I'm just more nervous. Right, holding for voltage, 3.7 volts. So I'm doing okay there. Turning a lot up. Where are we? Well, my headset is definitely coming loose, so what I'm going to do is splat it there. World's most gracious landing. Move that up a bit and stick. I'm going to go for the hoodie. What have we got left in battery? A little bit. 22.8 volts. Fine. Okay. Probably a bit more confident. Stay away from the livestock. Stuff up here. The range seems to be better here. I don't know why. Because I'm flying up a hill. I don't want to go too far, so I don't know how good the range is. Or how bad it is. Right, 3.7 volts. I think we'll come in at 3.4-ish. I'm also not stressing this out. Whereas before I could probably kill a pack in a couple of minutes. It seems to be getting through it a little bit slower. Hello. Nice bit of lens flare. Okay, I'm starting to calm down a little bit now, which is nice. So we can get some more cinematic shots. Nothing going hell for leather. Yeah. Okay, slowly feeling a little bit more confident. By no means feeling as good as I used to. My head's still turning. That's a good tell, isn't it? When your head turns. Let's get under the trees. Sideways. Need a bit more up on my camera. I'm looking up. Have you noticed how much my head's moving around? That's such a noob thing, isn't it? When I first started, my head was moving around all over the shop. 3.6 volts. So can I fly? Apparently I still can. Just not very well, but then again, I never did fly very well, did I? I'm a beginner, and that's the point. Probably down here. The hold is a lot easier from the side of the goggles, I have to say, especially when you've got a bit of rotation on it. That's what I find. 3.6 volts. Right, I'm going to stable this. There's a washing machine down there that blew up. That blew up on Sunday, which was awesome. So we've got that to contend with. Got a new one ordered, it fitted yesterday. How exciting. Man comes to YouTube channel to watch drones, ends up talking about washing machines. If you want specifics, it's a 14 kilo washing machine made by Hoover. Splat. Okay. Let's put that down. Get them off. Get these back on. And grab the drone. I mean, it's still in one piece, so that's good. Right, let's go in and have a coffee because my hands are absolutely frozen. And I'll talk about my feelings and how I think it went, and then I'm going to smash out some more packs. So join me in my kitchen as if by magic. Magic. The wonders of modern technology. Teleportation. So, how did that go? Well, in all honesty, I haven't felt my heart pump like that in ages. It felt like it was going to explode out my chest. I couldn't speak properly. My hands were actually getting sweaty, even though they were cold. I was having trouble hanging on. So what I did notice, apart from being very cold, gloves are an absolute must. I think fingerless gloves would have been very useful. But I was very tense to begin with, and it wasn't necessarily a lack of remembering how to control the drone. It was almost like I'd forgotten how it responds. So with the inputs that you give, how much you need and what it's capable of and its reactions. I also found that I was on the throttle way too much as well. So actually coming down was a lot slower. So I found that was very different from what I remember. Outside of those things, stuff like the rotation and the rates, to begin with they felt a little bit slow, but then I realised I wasn't hitting the end of the gimbal, not that I ever do, but I was sort of flitting it a little bit and not really seeing the responsiveness that I expected, but then in other times it felt like it was overly responsive. In short, it's a bit like riding a bike. You know how to ride the bike, but you're not necessarily great at it when you get back on, and it's the same with this. I could remember how to fly it. It was all natural. I wasn't having to say, right, to your left, I move my thumb left, because when you start flying drones, as most of you know, all of you know, if you don't know, then you haven't flown a drone, then do it and you'll know. When you are thinking, oh, what do I need to do here? I need the drone to twist left. It means a left input from my thumb, and I have to move the yaw on my thumb to get it to twist left. And everything's a bit kind of awkward, and you're calculating it as you're working out those movements. So to pitch forward, you're thinking that's on the right hand, pitch forward is down. No, it's up. It's up to pitch forward, and you're doing this processing inside your head, and as you learn more, that becomes second nature. I'm not going to say muscle memory because there's no such thing. It just becomes second nature. It means that you've learnt it to the point where your interpretation within your brain is directly connected to the reactions in your hands. That's how we learn to walk, it's how we learn to eat, it's how we learn to pick our nose. So you never kind of lose that. I think it takes a little minute to bring those memories back, to understand what's going on. But beyond that point, it seems to just... It's fine. If you've had a 2-year break, I know that Lambo Drives was saying that he had a 2-year break and he's getting back into it on the previous video. And I'm pretty sure that he'll find exactly the same. What's missing is the confidence. The confidence is definitely lacking. I'm scared about crashing this, which is funny because I should be scared about crashing it. I've crashed drones lots. In fact, some would say I'm a professional at crashing drones. But what is strange is almost the fear factor is back. And that's kind of cool because it makes you feel scared, it makes you enjoy it, it gets the adrenaline pumping, it gets your heart pumping. And this is nuts because I'm a thrill seeker, right? I like really mental stuff. I've done skydiving, I've done all sorts of things. I'll quite happily drive a 1,000 horsepower car with no traction control, ABS or airbags. That's fine, that's great, that's a lot of fun. Weirdly, flying this thing, just now, the amount of adrenaline that I felt pumping through my system and how hard my heart was pounding when I was flying that was it was kind of next level. It was right up there. And I know a lot of you are going to go, yeah, whatever, it's just a remote control toy. It is just a remote control toy that's used in industries, obviously for filming and other fun things as well. Also as sports, it's used in sport, competition, what have you. But my point is it fun? Is it fun? If you've ever thought, I'm going to give up drone flying because the fun has gone out of it, because you're thinking, it's not how I remember it, I'm not really getting that buzz anymore. Tell you what, have a bit of time off and come back to it. Have some time off and come back to it because that is fun. I'm not saying I was bored of it before. I was flying a lot. I know a lot of you said, I don't like what you've done with the channel, the angle on the channel, like, 3rd month in FPV and this is how well I'm doing. It looks like you've been flying for years. Well, I haven't. I had the luxury at the old place of a big field, a massive garden and being able to work from home. I was flying every day, 4 packs a day, 6 packs a day, 10 packs a day, every single day. So of course your skill level is going to go up. If you're only smashing out a couple of packs every weekend because you go to your flying spot, then that's effectively, if you're doing it every weekend, and I'm doing 8 packs a day, and you're doing 2 packs in a weekend, that's 4 weeks, that's a month that I'm doing it a day. So you can imagine what I'm like after 3-4 months. That's the whole point. I think that's like anything. If you practice it, you get okay at it. I'm not a professional. I'm not very good at it, but I know enough to get by, and that's the point. Don't take advice from me. Goodness no. If you want advice, look at the proper guys out there that do this very, very, very well. I'm an absolute amateur who's mildly entertaining to himself, at least, at best. So that's what I'd recommend. If you're getting bored of it, take some time off, come back into the sport, come back into the hobby, try and learn how to get back into it. This is the weirdest thing, right? I thought, I'll do certain bits on the channel. I don't know if I'll get back into the drones because it felt a bit not dull. My interest had left the room. Basically, I'd left the chat, gone. I thought that this might not be as fun as I remember. But you know what? Even now, look, the hands are still shaking. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that nuts? Did I enjoy it then? Yeah, of course I did. So if you're ever doubting it, pull out your drone. If you've got one in a wardrobe, a bedroom, a garage, a bag, go grab it. Charge up your batteries with caution. And just see what happens to your brain, your body, your heart, your hands, your shakiness, your everything. It's fun. Final thing, what I want to do is I'm going to plug this battery back in and we're going to calculate the voltage that it's at now. We're going to look at the actual usage of this pack and compare it to how much we can stick back in. But in all honesty, this pack lasted so long compared to what I'd normally use because I was using a huge amount of throttle. So this lasted forever. It seemed like forever I was up there on one pack. And I distinctly remember these Funfly packs being not particularly great. They're only 1300 milliamp hours and I could flatten one of these in about 2 minutes. Whereas that flight seemed to last for ages. It felt like 15 minutes, but it's probably more like 5, maybe 6 minutes. but it felt like a long time. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. So let's, last thing we'll do is we'll hop to the charger. We'll get this plugged in. We'll see what sort of voltage it's at and calculate the loss in milliamp hours, and then see how much it takes to charge it back up again. And maybe I'll pop that as an update in the next video. But for now, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy what you see and you like it, then hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button. It does help my channel massively. And I want this drone stuff to do well. It's getting a few less hits than some of the other content, but YouTube, I don't know how YouTube works. YouTube algorithms are just so weird, but I don't really care. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I enjoy it, and I'm doing this because you too can, if you're struggling or you know, have any. I am waffling, aren't I? But if there's anything that you want me to cover off because you're curious about it and you're worried about damaging your drone or doing something daft, then give me a shout, because I'll gladly do whatever it is. I will gladly do that, even if it's an experiment of running a drone into a wall. I will happily do that. So let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. My name's Johnny, channel's WilletMod, and take care. Ta-da!